Everybody develops their own philosophies in life, and I just wanted to talk a couple of minutes about my philosophy to travel. And my philosophy to travel was developed by living in another country. Now, who here has lived in another non-English speaking country? A couple, so you may relate to this. My country was Mexico, and Mexico is a dynamic, fun, exciting place. It's got tremendous history, wonderful people, excellent culture, but it's very, very different, especially for someone like me. I can remember the first time I walked around in downtown Mexico City, and I felt like a fish out of water. Now, more on an animal metaphor, as people were looking at me, I'm tall, I'm fairly pale, I have blue eyes. I now know how the monkey at the zoo feels when I was walking around the Zona Rosa. And I also found that I was having difficulty. I couldn't talk with a lot of people. There wasn't much English in Mexico. So the first thing I decided I needed to do was learn the language. So I did that. My wife and I decided that we were going to visit and learn about Mexico because it's a wonderful colonial country. So we drove, we visited, we went places that other people maybe don't go. I ate everything that anybody put in front of me at least once, and that includes ant eggs and grasshoppers, usually accompanied by a really nice tequila, which is a medicinal approach, but it was excellent. So as we went through there after the 4 years, my wife and I both had this philosophy that said, when you're traveling, one, it's very important to interact with people and to communicate with the people because they are the culture, they are that country. Second thing is, don't be afraid to go off the beaten path. Go someplace where somebody else isn't worn that path down. And third, and I think most important, is that when you go somewhere, it's not going to be better. It isn't going to be worse. It's going to be different. And it's going to be an adventure. So after coming back from Mexico, I have had the opportunity to visit China, Korea, Japan, Vietnam, Europe, and everywhere I go now, I try to learn a few words so I can interact with the people. I will go to places that maybe a lot of people won't go, and again, I will try anything on a plate at least once. And you know what? I can remember that now that I do these things, even in the northern city of Chongyang in China, where people literally stopped in the streets and looked at this big, tall, white guy, I could smile and say hello to them in their own language. They would laugh, and everybody was happy.